Hello everybody, I am the Gallant, and welcome to my top 10 list for Pokemon that need Mega Evolutions for a possible Sinnoh remake. Now, note, this is my top 10 list, so it's my opinions. If you have your different opinions, that's fine, leave them down in the comment section below, I'd love to hear them. Now then, let's get to the top 10 list. First one up on the top 10 list is, at number 10, Mega Infernal. Now, they pretty much nailed his ability without it being Mega with his Iron Fist. But I could also see them giving him the ability Chlorophyll, which doubles the user's speed in sunlight. Now, this will be really OP considering the stat changes that I've thought that they could make to him, which is his attack gets plus 40, which is 144 base attack, speed plus 30, which is 138 base speed, which would be insane with Chlorophyll. He'd outspeed basically anything on the field, and special defense would be plus 30 to make it 101, just to make him a little bit bulkier so he could take hits, you know? And I think it would be a really great idea if, like, you had a close combating, fire punching, thunder punching, and, I don't know, something else on him with the Iron Fist ability, and as well as close combat with Chlorophyll with base 138 speed. That would be insane to run on a sunny day team. Also, his typing would indeed stay fire fighting, so he'd have still a decent amount of weaknesses, but again, with that base speed at 138 with Chlorophyll, he could outspeed anything on the field, so it wouldn't even matter because they wouldn't be able to touch him. Now, at number 9 on this list is Mega Torterra with the ability Thick Fat. He indeed does stay grass ground, so Thick Fat would be key to him surviving an Ice Beam or a Blizzard from an Abomasnow, or even an Ice Shard from like a Weavile. His defense would be plus 30, making it 135, special defense plus 30, making it 115, special attack plus 40, also making it 115. Now, I upped both his defenses because I thought that his special defense was definitely lacking, especially for someone who's 4 times weak to Ice, which is 95% of the time, you know, special. So I definitely think that his Thick Fat ability would be the key to him surviving any hit from an Ice-type move, and he'd probably most likely be the subpar Mega Evolution of the 3 trio of the Sinnoh region. Now at number 8 is Mega Empoleon with the ability Volt Absorb. I was thinking, you know, Volt Absorb, since he has like a giant trident on his head, the trident could kind of absorb the electricity and nullify it. And it stays Water Steel, so you'd still have to watch out for those ground type attacks. Now, his special attack would be plus 40, making it 151, special defense plus 30, making it 131, and regular defense plus 30, making it 118. So with a special defense of 131 and not being able to be affected by super effective electric moves because of the Volt Absorb, that would be insane special defense coverage. Plus special attack on plus 40 with 151 special attack with a rainy day team would also be just insane stuff. And again, with the defense plus 30, his defense is a bit lacking, so I wanted to make him a bit more of a wall, you know, for those earthquakes, and just so he could survive some hits. Because, you know, another thing that he's weak to is Fighting type, and Fighting type, again, 95% of the time, that's physical, because he's a Steel type. So that defense raise would indeed make a difference in the end. Now, number 7 on this list is Mega Spiritomb with the ability Pure Darkness. Now, I made this ability especially for him because, let me tell you a little story. The only reason that people used Spiritomb in 4th Gen was that he was he wasn't weak to anything. Nothing was super effective against him, and I think that if he wants to be like that powerful of a Pokemon again, then he needs to have that upper hand again. So Pure Darkness would be basically he's immune to Fairy type Fairy type moves, so that he would not be, you know, weak against anything again, and that would be a huge up for him, considering that I made him a defensive and special defensive wall both. His defense would be plus 40, making him 148 base defense. Special defense plus 40, again, making it, once again, 148 plus defense. And his special attack would be plus 20, making it a base 112 special attack. Now, I did lower his attack for this Mega Evolution by 20, making it 72, because I don't want him to be able to just sit back, take hits, and Shadow Sneak everything on the field. That would just be too OP. But even if he can't Shadow Sneak everything on the field, he's Ghost Dark, he has immune to Fairy because of his ability, so that would just make him a defensive wall. You'd have to have a Toxic or Burn Staller on the team to get rid of him, and I think he'd probably be in at least OU, probably Ubers. But he'd still have that charm about him again that's not being weak to anything, and I think that would make a lot of people love and hate him at the same time once again. Number 6 on this list is indeed Mega Flygun, with the ability Dragon Guard, another ability that I personally came up with, and it halves the damage from moves that are super effective against dragon types. Now, this would be key to him surviving an Ice Beam or an Ice Shard because his special defense is even lower than Torterra's special defense would be. His speed would be up plus 20, making it 120. His special attack would be plus 20, making it 100. His special defense would be plus 20, making it also 100, and his attack would be plus 40, making it a whopping 140 attack. He would stay Dragon Ground, so without the ability to Levitate, of course, he would be able to be hit by ground-type moves such as Earthquake, which would be a shame, but I think he would be able to take it much better than an Ice Beam if he didn't have the ability that I personally gave him, because again, Ice Beam is 4 times effective against him, and he will not take an Ice Beam, he will especially not take a Blizzard from anything, because he is a frail little dragon right now, as he is. Now, coming out at number 5 in this list is Mega Luxray, with the ability, it actually could have 2 possible abilities, making it Static or Tough Claws. It stays basically just electric, and it desperately needs a stat boost, which is why I say that Mega Luxray should definitely be a thing. Its attack would be plus 30, making it 150. Its speed would be plus 50, making it a 120 base speed. And its defense and special defense would each be plus 10, making them both 89. Now, speed plus 50, it's ridiculous that this should only be 120 base speed if you give this boost to an electric type Pokemon, because let's face it, electric type Pokemon should be fast, and Luxray, he's just not, and I don't know why. He's like a cat. Cats are supposed to be fast. Anyway, the Tough Claws would definitely help out his attack, which would be base 150, as I said, which would be insane with the Tough Claws ability. And his speed, if you had Static on him, would definitely help him outspeed other Pokemon that actually make contact with him, because then they would get paralyzed and their speed would basically get halved, and that would work out insanely to his advantage. And not only that, but like I said, his defense and special defense are not all that great, so I don't think he'd be able to survive a Earthquake from like a super powerful Pokemon like Garchomp or Haxorus, but again, with that Tough Claws ability, if he had that, he could just use an Ice Fang and body both of those. Now, coming in at number 4 is one of my personal favorites, and that is Mega Furry. And it would have the ability Friend Guard, and it would stay normal type. Good guy Furry coming in to save the day with Friend Guard, you know? Get a Pokemon with Follow Me on there and Friend Guard, and his speed would be plus 50, making it a whopping 140 speed. His attack would be plus 24, making it a base 100 attack, and defense would be plus 26, making it a base 90 defense. Now, like I said, if you get a Pokemon with Follow Me and that Mega Furret has Friend Guard, it could, and if they gave him Belly Drum, which I doubt they do because he does have Baton Pass, but even if you just use Hone Claws like twice, and that Pokemon that was using Follow Me survived like 2 hits, then you'd be able to just E-Speed everything. By the way, E-Speeding Furret should definitely be a thing. There's no reason why he should not have E-Speed in this current generation, because he doesn't, and Linoon does, and that just jimbles my jimmies. But again, I did give him a pretty much extra defense just so he could take hits a little bit more, and he does get Substitute, so that would also help with the setting up, especially with Friend Guard, Follow Me, Substitute. That is the ultimate setting up combination right there, so Furret could actually be a huge threat in double battles. Now, coming in at number 3 is Mega Kingdra with 2 possible abilities, one being Huge Power, which would raise his attack, everyone knows that from Azumarill, and the other one being Marvel Scale, which would up his defense by 50% when he's poisoned, burned, or paralyzed. Now, he would stay Dragon Water, and his attack would be plus 40, making it 135, speed plus 40, making it 125, and special defense plus 20, making it 115. Now, if he did get Marvel Scale, and someone did burn him, or did paralyze him, or did poison him, his base defense, I think, would be somewhere around 140. With his special defense being at 115, he would be in a wall that no one would see coming. Plus, his attack would be plus 40, get a couple Dragon Dances up, or at least just one Dragon Dance up, and you'd have 135 stab, 120 attack. That would be insane. Insane. He would have to be put in Ubers in that case. Coming in at number 2 is Mega Fortress, with the ability Levitate, and his type would change to Steel and Poison. His defense would be plus 60, making it 200, special defense plus 20, making it 80, and attack plus 20, making it 110. Now, he would be an absolute monster defensively. He could be your new Stone Setter-Upper, he could be your new Spike Setter-Upper, and plus, if he was poisoned, he might get Poison Spikes, which would be even better. Now, saying that, he wouldn't just have to be a defensive Pokemon, he could also be an attacking Pokemon with that base 110 attack. Now, having the ability Levitate is key because Steel and Poison would make him 4 times weak to ground-type moves, and that is not good. So with the ability Levitate, his only weakness would be from fire types. Sadly, his special defense is not all that great. It comes in at base 80, but I didn't want to put that much into his special defense because his physical defense would be the key to his use. Not only that, but as of this moment, there is not one single Steel and Poison type Pokemon, which I am very distraught about because it is an awesome combination once you think about it. 4 times resistant to Fairy types? Yes, please! Now coming in at numero uno and number 1 slot is Mega Militant, with the ability Drizzle and a possible type change to Water Fairy or Water Psychic, because I always thought that it looked like one of those, you know? Its speed would be minus 10, making it 71, because its special attack would be plus 40, making it 140, special defense plus 40, making it 165, and HP plus 20, making it 115, which would be absolutely insane to be put up in the field against a special attacker because it wouldn't stand a chance. And with the Drizzle ability, that would also up the power of Scald and Hydro Pump and all those attacks, so its special attack would go even higher than 140. And with its special attack going higher than 140, or its special attack at base 140 I should say, if it's a Psychic type, if it's changed into a Psychic type, or it's changed into a Fairy type, then its Moonblast or its Psychic attack would be also insane, making it insane to a Poison type Pokemon and or, say, a Dark type Pokemon, or something like that. And plus, only 2 Pokemon to this day have the ability Drizzle, and that's Politoed as a hidden ability and Kyogre. One of those Pokemon, Kyogre, is a legendary, and I think that's a bit ridiculous that not one other Pokemon besides Politoed has the ability Drizzle. I mean, come on, there's like 4 Pokemon with the ability Sunny Day. Why can there not be one more Pokemon with the ability Drizzle to be able to counter that Sunny Day? Why do Fire and Grass types get to have all the fun? I have a lot of Water-type Pokemon that would love to splash around in the puddles of my enemies' tears as they gaze upon my Militant's Drizzle ability. But yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. Tell me what you thought of my list in the comment section below, and leave your own list below. And if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you really like this video and you want to see more like it, why don't you subscribe, because I'll be bringing you 2 to 4 videos per week. But even more so than that, everybody, be sure to stay Gallant.